መጀመሪያ ናይ ዓድኹም ፀወን መፀዋዕታ ጌርኩም ምምፃእኹም ብጣዕሚ ክብረት ይስምዐና ብመይምስን ኣብ ዘለኹምዎ ዘለናይ ሁኔታ ዘለዎ ሁኔታ ኣብ ኩሉ ንዓድና ጉዳይ ኣተሓሳስበና ኣብ ምምፃእና ብዙሕ ማይ ተጓዓዝኩም መጀመሪያ ሕብረት ይሃበለይ ይቐኒየለይ።
All right, I'm going to give you the purpose behind this protest for the newses, and we'll begin. So, we Americans, members of the Tigray community in New England, are sending you this message to thank the United States government for their attention to the unfortunate condition of the people of Tigray, Ethiopia, and to request Your Excellency to do your own part in influencing for concrete action to be taken by the United States government to stop the orchestrated starvation and genocidal war in Tigray. Since November 2020, the Ethiopian government and its allies, the Eritrean government and the Amhara, a region in Ethiopia, special militia and forces have been waging war, a genocidal war against the people of Tigray. In the last 11 plus months since the war started, the Ethiopian and allied forces have committed grave atrocities against the people of Tigray. They have massacred tens of thousands of civilians, forcibly displaced more than 2.5 million civilians, and have been on a campaign of weaponizing sexual and gender-based violence. Of utmost concern is the government's use of weaponized starvation, leaving around 1 million people of Tigray facing famine, and more than 90% of the Tigray region in desperate need of humanitarian access. The war waged by the enemy forces of Tigray has triggered the most severe man-made famine in the world that has not been seen in over decades. The Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and his allies, the Eritrean regime and the Amhara regional forces were and are intent on the destruction and impoverishment of the Tigray region. Since the war's onset, vital infrastructure, including hospitals, schools, factories, water resources, amongst a slew of other resources, have been systematically targeted, looted, and destroyed. These forces have been even attacked heritage sites and places of worship as means of further devastating the region and its people. The genocidal war on Tigray was exacerbated using UAE drones launched from bases in Eritrea. The drones resulted in catastrophic damage, including the killings and woundings of civilians and the destruction of public infrastructures. Through self-defense war against the invading forces, Tigray was partially liberated by TDF, Tigray Defense Forces, in June 2021. Following the defeat of the enemy forces in Tigray, what has continued to happen to the people of Tigray is a massacre through starvation by man-made famine. The Ethiopian government has managed to do such through blocking all kinds of communications and denying international humanitarian organizations access to Tigray, expelling 8 international aid leaders from their work in Tigray. Most recently, we were also alarmed by the news that Turkey has supplied drones to the Ethiopian government's genocidal campaign to dismantle the main defense capabilities of Tigray and its infrastructures. In the meantime, the Ethiopian and Eritrean dictators were declaring national war proclamations in both countries and have been mobilizing and training hundreds of thousands of forces and are finalizing their preparations to carry out a massive second-round genocidal war against the people of Tigray. You guys still hear me well with that? Thus, we members of the Tigray community across the U.S. have been campaigning to the U.S. government and its international partners to interfere in this crisis and act against the Ethiopian and Eritrean governments to stop the crimes they are committing against humanity on the people of Tigray. In the light of these developments in Tigray, we Tigrayans, Americans, call on the United States to first allow complete opening of humanitarian corridors and allow all kinds of foreign humanitarian aids and emergency aid workers with unlimited access to Tigray to rescue the hundreds of thousands of kids and families who are suffering from the ongoing famine caused by the all-around blockage of aid for the last 11 months. Second, enforce airdrop food to areas in urgent need of food. Third, take action to stop the forces of the Ethiopian and Eritrean governments from re-invading Tigray and exterminating the people of Tigray. Fourth, enforce all necessary sanctions against both the governments of the Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and the Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki, and bring them to the ICC. Fifth, and lastly, demand for full independent international investigations into all reports of humanitarian rights violations, abuses, and atrocities committed in the course of this war, turned genocide, against the people of Tigray by forces, individuals, and governments involved, and those responsible to be held accountable. Thank you.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for... They have done everything they can to wipe out the people of Tigray from the earth's surface. We are voicing, we are here, speaking, protesting, and we are asking the international community, stop the genocide today!
Stop genocide today!
USA! USA!
USA!
USA!
USA!
Act now!
Act now!
Act now!
Act now!
Act now!
Act now!
Do something 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 now!
UN!
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 Stop the genocide!
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 EU! EU!
The people of Tigray are not rebel. The government, the legal government of Tigray is not rebel force. The Tigray people liberate themselves from genociders, from criminal Abiy Ahmed. The Tigray forces liberate the people of Tigray themselves from Isaias Afwerki, the wild soldiers of Isaias. When WBUR said the rebel forces, it was too painful to me to handle.
UN! Act now!
Act now!
UN! Act now!
Act now!
Act now!
Act now!
Stop the genocide of Tigray now!
Stop the genocide in Tigray now!
Stop the genocide of Tigray now!
Stop the genocide in Tigray now!
Stop the genocide of Tigray now!
Stop the genocide in Tigray now!
UN!
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 Break your silence!
Break your silence!
UN! UN! Break your silence! People are dying! People are dying!
People are dying!
Genocide going on in the northern part of Ethiopia, also known as Tigray. 5.3 million people facing starvation because of the government, the dictator of Ethiopia is blocking all access to Tigray. People are starving to death. Kids are dying because they're not getting enough nutrition, they're not getting any kind of medicine. People are dying now. Please act now. People of Portland, people of Maine, please help us. Our people are dying.
Stop Tigray genocide! Stop Tigray genocide!
Stop Tigray genocide!
We want peace!
We want peace!
We want justice!
We want justice!
What do we want? What do we want? We want justice! We want justice! We want peace! We want peace! Airdrop food! Airdrop food! Airdrop food to Tigray! Airdrop food to Tigray! Allow access to Tigray! Allow access to Tigray! We need justice! We need justice! We demand justice! We demand justice! We demand peace! We demand peace! We demand justice! We demand justice! None
As a result of that, they induce human-made famine, and they're trying to kill millions of people. 92% of the people of Tigray are in this kind of danger. They are trying to exterminate our population. We want the good people of Portland, Maine, the good people of Maine to help us to call their representatives and tell their representative to act now. For if they do not act now, if they wait a week or a month, there will be a catastrophe that no one had ever seen for a long time. There may be millions of people dying because of this besiegement, because of this famine that was induced, because of a man-made evil thought. We want our people to get better. We want our people to have right to their life. We're not asking anything else. Any human person would understand that. And this is what we want. And we want the people of Poland, the people of Maine, to help us in this endeavor. UN act now!
Genocide. Hashtag Tigray genocide. Tigray can't wait. Tigray can't wait. Tigray can't wait. Take action now. Take action now. Take action now. Stop the blocking aid to Tigray. Stop blocking aid to Tigray. Stop weaponizing hunger in Tigray. Stop weaponizing hunger in Tigray. Stop weaponizing hunger in Tigray. Stop weaponizing rape in Tigray. Allow all humanitarian access to Tigray now. Allow all humanitarian access to Tigray now. UN, act now. Act now. UN, act now. EU, act now. Act now. 6.3 million people are dying because of
genocide. Ethiopia is victim of genocide. Ethiopia is victim of genocide. Ethiopia is victim of genocide. Ethiopia is victim of genocide.
Ethiopia is guilty of a genocide.
Ethiopia is responsible for
Tigray genocide.
Ethiopia is victim of 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 genocide.
Ahmed is victim of genocide.
Ali Ahmed is victim of genocide.
No!
Act now.
No!
Act now.
Action now!
Take action now.
Tomorrow!
Not tomorrow.
Next week!
Not next week.
It's going to be too late!
It's going to be too late.
Act now!
Act now.
Act now!
Act now.
Act now!
Act now.
Eritrea is guilty of Tigray genocide. Isaiah Afwerki to the ICC. Isaiah Afwerki to the ICC. Isaiah Afwerki to the ICC. Isaiah Afwerki is a dictator. Isaiah Afwerki is a dictator. Sanction Eritrea. Sanction Eritrea now. Eritrea is responsible for Tigray genocide. Eritrea is guilty of Tigray genocide. Eritrea is guilty of Tigray genocide. Eritrea, stop killing our mothers. Eritrea, stop killing our girls. Amhara militia out of Tigray now. Eritrean forces out of Tigray now. Guilty of Tigray genocide. Eritrea is guilty of Tigray genocide. Eritrea is guilty of Tigray genocide.
Genocide supporter.
That's why I'm set up as a Tigray.
Sanction Eritrea.
Sanction Eritrea.
Sanction Eritrea now.
Sanction Eritrea now.
Sanction Eritrea now.
Sanction Eritrea now.
Sanction Eritrea today.
Sanction Eritrea today. President Biden.
President Biden.
President Biden.
President Biden.
President Biden.
President Biden.
Act now.
Act now.
Act now.
Act now.
Act now.
Act now.
Act now to stop the Tigray.
Abiy of Ethiopia is a genocide here.
Abiy of Ethiopia is a genocidal.
Abiy of Ethiopia is a genocide here.
Abiy of Ethiopia is a genocidal.
Abiy of Ethiopia is a genocide here.
Abiy of Ethiopia is a genocidal.
Isaias of Eritrea is a genocider.
Isaias of Eritrea is a genocidal.
Isaias of Eritrea is a genocider.
President Biden, act now. Stop Turkey now. Turkey now. Stop supplying drones to Tigray, to Ethiopia.
Stop supplying drones to Ethiopia.
Stop supplying drones to Ethiopia.
UN act now.
UN act now.
UN act now.
UN act now.
EU act now.
EU act now.
President Biden hold Turkey responsible.
President Biden hold Turkey responsible.
Turkey hands up Tigray.
Turkey hands off Tigray.
UN act now.
UN act now.
Blocking aid is a crime.
Blocking aid is a crime.
Blocking aid is a crime.
Blocking aid is a
The
crime.
Prime Minister of Ethiopia is blocking aid.
The Prime Minister of Ethiopia is blocking aid.
Blocking aid is a crime.
Blocking aid is a crime.
Stop blocking aid in Tigray.
Stop blocking aid in
The
Tigray.
Prime Minister of Ethiopia is blocking aid.
The Prime Minister of Ethiopia is blocking.
Act now. Act now. Act now. Take action. Take action. Take action. Take action. Genocide is happening. Genocide is happening. Genocide is happening.
Genocide is happening.
Genocide is happening.
Genocide is happening.
Genocide is happening.
Genocide is happening.
Stop the genocide in Tigray. Stop the genocide in Tigray. Stop the genocide in Tigray.
Stop the genocide in Tigray.
Stop the genocide in Tigray.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Stop the Tigray genocide.
Isaias Afwerki.
Isaias Afwerki.
Isaias Afwerki.
Isaias Afwerki.
To the ISIS.
To the ICC.
To the ISIS.
To the ICC.
Isaias Afwerki.
Isaias Afwerki.
Isaias Afwerki.
Isaias Afwerki.
Guilty of genocide.
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 UN.
Ethiopia is guilty of genocide. Eritrea is guilty of genocide. Abiy Ahmed to the ICC. Abiy Ahmed to the ICC. Isaias Afwerki to ICC. Independent investigation in Tigray. Independent investigation in Tigray.
Allow humanitarian access to Tigray.
Allow humanitarian access to Tigray.
Allow humanitarian access to Tigray. End Tigray genocide.
End Tigray genocide.
End Tigray genocide.
End Tigray genocide.
Humanitarian assistance now.
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 U.S. break your silence.
U.S. break your silence.
U.S. break your silence.
U.S. break your silence.
President Biden break your silence.
President Biden, break your silence.
We appreciate what the United States is doing for picking up.
It's been happening. Tens of thousands of women have been raped and gang raped as young as 4 years old and as old as 89 years old have been victims of this sexual violence. The Ethiopian government, the Eritrean government, and all their allies are doing weaponizing hunger, weaponizing starvation, weaponizing famine, weaponizing sexual violence and rape. It's being completed, and they are trying to eradicate the people of Tigray, the people of the Shiva, the people of Queen Candace, the people of Al-Najarshi, and the people of Shenyare to be exterminated and eliminated from this face of earth. Abiy Ahmed is weaponizing hunger.
Abiy Ahmed is weaponizing hunger.
Ethiopian Abiy Ahmed is weaponizing hunger. Abiy Ahmed of Ethiopia is weaponizing hunger.
Abiy Ahmed is Ethiopia weaponizing hunger.
Abiy Ahmed of Ethiopia is weaponizing hunger.
Abiy Ahmed is Ethiopia is weaponizing hunger.
The Ethiopian government is starving our people.
The Ethiopian
Has been blocked and they are starving millions of people. And they are trying to starve all the people of Tigray. And we would like the representatives of to know that this is a matter of humanity, this is a matter of morality, that he and alongside his colleagues in Congress would have to stop and stand with Tigray, because this is the clarion call at this moment about humanity in the world, and they must say something about it. They must stand for humanity. They must stand for morality. It is a battle between good and evil. They should stand up with the good, and they should reject evil. Thank you so very much for coming here to listen to our cry, and please do not deny. Thank you very much.
ናቱ ተወካሊት ዝኾነት ሰበይቲ እውን ናባና መፂኣ እንትተብክዕ ትጥርዓና ሰሚዓላ ብጣዕሚ ተሓጒስና ኣለና ንህዝብና ደው ክንብል ንህዝብና ክንጋደል ንህዝብና ድምፂ ክነስምዐሉ ኢና ኣብዚ መፂና ዘለና እወ ብርግፅ እዚ ከባቢና ብዙሕ ትግራዋይ ዘይርከበሉ እኳ እንተኾነ ዘለና ዓቕሚ ኩሉ ተኻኺብና ኣብዚ መፂና ማለት እውን ኣለና
It's something that we could avoid. We need humanitarian access. We need to have independent investigations apart from the government so we can get the truth about what's going on with the people. And we really need their voices to be heard, to be cut off from communication, for families not to be able to reach the ones that they know are suffering and not be able to speak to them in a public way is a way that really violates who the United States says they are and who they're supposed to be supporting. So we're asking that Angus King speak to his colleagues and bring this matter to the Senate floor and really start thinking about how to strategically start to open up the gates and help the Tigray people be able to survive and be able to speak the truth of what they know.
Thank you, well said, well said.
Members of the African community, I'm from the South Sudanese community, but I stand with the Tigrayan people because as we have spoken today, what happened in Rwanda, what happened in Bosnia, what happened in South Sudan, the world at large should not ever stand again to see the genocide that is happening. The people in Tigray are being raped, children are being starved, crops are being burned, and a humanitarian crisis is happening as we speak. As humans, we cannot watch another human group going through genocide as the Tigrayan people are going through today. 300 days of Tigrayan genocide and the man-made genocide.
And the man-made pain of Tigray.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody wants to speak up? Now's your time.
Alright, let's slowly move.
Maine, please end this genocide. Maine, please end this genocide.
Maine,
help us end the genocide.
Maine, help us end the genocide.
Maine, help us end the genocide.
Maine, help us end the genocide.
Angus King, help us the genocide.
Help us, King, stop it.
Help us. Angus King, help us end the genocide.
Angus King.
Genocide, stop right now! Stop killing all our people!
Stop killing all of our people!
Stop killing Tigray people!
Stop killing Tigray people!
Stop killing!
Stop the killing!
Stop killing!
Stop killing!
We are seeking humanitarian!
We are seeking humanitarian!
We need justice now!
We need justice now!
We need justice now!
We need justice
community, stand with us!
Maine community, stand with us!
Stand with Tigray people!
Stand with Tigray people!
Ethiopia is guilty of genocide!
Ethiopia is guilty of a genocide!
Abiy Ahmed is guilty of genocide!
Abiy Ahmed is guilty of a genocide!
Eritrea is guilty of genocide!
Eritrea is guilty of a genocide!
Millions of people are dying!
Millions of people are dying!
Millions of people are disconnected!
Millions of people are disconnected!
We need justice!
We need justice!
We need peace!
Stop Ethiopia! Stop Ethiopia! Stop Ethiopia! Genocide is happening! Genocide is happening!
Sanction Ethiopia!
Sanction Ethiopia!
Sanction Ethiopia!
Sanction Ethiopia!
Sanction Abiy Ahmed!
Sanction Abiy Ahmed!
Sanction Abiy Ahmed!
Sanction Abiy Ahmed!
Sanction Isaias Afwerki!
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 We're standing here right now. Our Congresswoman Charlie Ping Reed, her office is here now, so we need to make our voice heard. Thank you very much. You've been a voice for the last 11 months, but we need a voice more than ever now. So when I say Charlie Ping,
especially when we had election here, so they did whatever they passed, and they created for however, June 2021, when they were wiped out, and now they're regrouping back again back to Tigray, which is not, this is not fair. They already looted. They destroyed the whole entire country. They looted and they bombing everything. The farmers, there's nothing left to eat. There is the safety, also the safety net food was also taken away, looted to Amara region. So now we have hundreds of thousands of children. They are starvation. Every day they die, if I can say, from one hospital, one group, they die every day, 2 or 3 children. So what we are asking is, we need to ask you that to save one child for us, at least one human being, daily. That's what we need to, that's what we are asking. So we do not, he blocked electricity, he blocked network, he expect international aid workers also. So there is nothing left there. So we need to at least open the corridor and send food instead of buying drones from the Arab countries, Turkey and the Emirates also they supply. And even Ethiopian Airlines using them to transport weapons. This is a whole entire ridiculous what's going on in Tigray, Ethiopia.
Mr. Harris, beloved leader here in Maine said, we want Madam Bakri to know is this. This is a matter of humanity. Sure. This is a matter of morality. At this particular moment in our world, there isn't anything greater than this particular crisis at the moment. The crisis is so great to the point that 92% of our people could starve to death. As you can see here in the pictures, you can see little kids are dying. These little kids do not deserve to die. These little kids do not do anything wrong to deserve this. Mothers are dying. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of people have died already by way of execution, by way of denying medicine, by way of starving. And we're also talking about tens of thousands of women had been raped and gang raped. And they have induced so much misery to our people. The country of Ethiopia, who was supposed to protect us from foreign enemies, are turning their weapons against us. The country of Eritrea, allying with Ethiopia, is also doing the same thing. Imagine when you have 2 countries coming after you. Imagine this, the state of Illinois being attacked by the US Army and the Canadian Army. And add on top of that, is that Russia is coming to attack Illinois too. This is the situation in Tigray. And what we want Madam Pangri to understand is this: if we wait for more people, if we wait for more time to be spent in here, hundreds of thousands of kids will perish. In 1984-85, if you remember, and Madam Pangri would remember that too, the same kind of famine happened, a man-made famine. They destroy their factories, destroy the healthcare facilities, destroy all the livestock, they destroy all the crops, and they completely depleted any kind of resources in that state, and they completely circle and besiege our land. There are about 7 million Tigrayans, 8 million Tigrayans that may be there, and they don't have anything to eat. The EU and the UN and the USAID, Madam Samantha Powers is begging them to allow food to come into the population, and they deny completely that. Please tell Madam Pangri, and she must also in turn tell her colleagues that this is a matter of morality of the 21st century. This is such a great deal that they must act. And thank you very much for listening to us.
Of course, thank you. Some of the other communications you want to communicate to Shelley Pinker's office as Tigrayan people in the U.S., citizens who are affected by this crisis, they cannot communicate. They cannot send money. They cannot send aid. And so the access that the Tigrayan people are not having today is what is affecting them the most. And also the biggest thing is that she must communicate with her colleagues, as you said. She must communicate that it's a humanitarian crisis. This is very much like what happened in Rwanda. This is very much like what happened in Bosnia. And so as humans, we cannot sit there. It is our duty, it is her duty, and it's her duty to us as citizens to go ahead and listen to the things and the cries that we have to say. So thank you for
sharing that.
Thank you.
True service justice, not convenience. The government, the world is looking for convenience, but it cannot serve justice. The people of Tigray are not rebel. The government of Tigray, constitutionally elected government, is not rebel force. Instead, the Addis Ababa fascist team is a rebel force. That is the truth. Ethiopia is a federal country. The federal government was created by the 10 regional states, by the 10 governments. But Abiy Ahmed and the Amara elites sabotaged the federal government as rebel team. They are destroying not only Tigray, Ethiopia.
It's a serious issue that we, our office takes very seriously, and I'll make sure to let the Congresswoman know you came down today and had such passion, and thank you for calling yesterday to let us know you were coming down. And we're always happy to meet with members of this community. So thank you, and I wish you well on the best of your
Last but not least, I just want to ask you just one question, just a simple question. As an American, as you're an American here, imagine your parents, your family in the house. They don't have electricity at all. This is not an exaggeration. This is not hyped, or this is not any, just a fact. They don't have electricity at all. They don't have the bank access, even to utilize, to access their money, their hard-earned money. They don't have any transportation. They don't have any medicine. They don't have any hospital. They don't have any clinic. Just imagine in that area. I have not communicated. I have not talked to my sisters, my brothers. I have not have any information where their about is, what happened to them, who is died, who is not died. I don't even know. So the United States, the good government, the good people of the United States, we are asking they should do something. They should just pay attention to this and do something. That's what I'm going to just leave you with that thinking. Thank you so much.
Define genocide. Define genocide. Define genocide.
Yeah, of course.
This guy, Abiy Ahmed, I know
our office knows exactly what's going on. The reason we are here today is to let you know that for you to say you didn't know. the U.S. said that when genocide happened in so many different countries, nobody says, we didn't say anything. For the past 1 year almost, we've been here to tell you what's going on in Tigray, what genocide is going on, ethnic cleansing going on, female weaponizing is going on. The reason we are here is to let you know what's going on when tomorrow comes, for you not to say we didn't know, for you not to say I wasn't there, nobody told me. I am a survivor of 1985 famine. I made it to the U.S. I survived to be here, but it took 1 million people to die for the U.S. to help us in 1985. Today, in 2021, you're waiting for another 1 million people to die for a government to get in help and aid. It's not politics. It's not about who wins who. It's about a woman who's dying, a child who's dying, that is starving, didn't know what to feed. As a woman, as a mom, she doesn't know how to feed that child. And we let you know, your government or your officers, we're telling you what's going on. For that fact is for you to know. You already know what's going on. That's what we're living you today. We're living you as a mom, as a sister, as a daughter. My family are dying, and we're living it on your head to figure it out what you're going to do as a representative. Thank you.
35. Our forces and Ethiopian forces in general from Tigray to stop devastating, continuing mass killing of innocent civilians, weaponizing anger, raping women and girls, and genocide against the people of Tigray. We are demanding for the United States President Biden to act immediately for a ceasefire and for cessation of all hostile forces from Tigray. US, UN, EU, we are demanding for you to act for complete humanitarian access, complete humanitarian corridor into Tigray to save the people of Tigray. President Biden, we are waiting for you to take more action to reinforce all necessary sanctions against both the Ethiopian Prime Minister, the Eritrean President, and all Ethiopian officials for all the crimes that they have committed against the people of Tigray. We American Tagaro are demanding for food. Governors, speak up now! Allow humanitarian access to Tigray! 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 Senator Collins! Senator Collins! Senator Collins! Senator Collins! Senator Collins! We're calling on you to stop the Tigray genocide! We're calling on you to stop the Tigray genocide! Senator Collins! Senator Collins! Senator Collins! Senator Collins! We're calling on you to be the voice of Tigray! We're calling on you to be the voice of Tigray! Senator Collins! Senator Collins! Senator Collins! Senator Collins! Help the people of Tigray now! 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 Help the Tigrayan people now! Allow humanitarian access to Tigray! Allow humanitarian access to Tigray! Allow communication to Tigray! Open humanitarian corridors in Tigray! Open communications in Tigray! Electricity in Tigray! Open electricity in Tigray! Turn on electricity in Tigray! Open electricity in Tigray! Take action! Take action today! Take action today! Sanction Ethiopia! Sanction Ethiopia! Sanction Eritrea! Sanction Eritrea! Take action now! Take action now! Take action now! Take action now! Take action to allow all humanitarian access! Take action! Take action to stop all the war in Tigray! Take action to stop the war in Tigray! Take action! Take action! United Nations act now! United Nations act now! United States act now! United States act now! European Union act now! European Union act now! Stop the famine in Tigray! Stop the famine in Tigray! 6.3 million people of Tigrayan origin are on the verge of famine. We need the United States to act today. U.S. act now! U.S. act now! U.S. act now! U.S. act now! End Tigray genocide! Act now to stop the Tigray genocide! Act now to allow all humanitarian access to Tigray now! Act now to stop all the atrocities that have been committed by the Ethiopian and the Eritrean forces now. Act now to allow all humanitarian access to Tigray now.
Allow humanitarian access to
Act today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. Please act now. Senator Collins.
Senator Collins, act now. Act now. You make a difference. We need your help. Act now. Senator Collins, act now. Senator Collins, act now. People are dying. Children are dying. People are dying.
Women are dying. Women are dying. Say something now. Do something now. Do something now. Do something now.
President Biden.
President Biden.
President Biden.
President Biden.
President Biden.
President Biden. Act now. Act now. Act now to stop the Tigray genocide. To stop the Tigray genocide. President Biden, act now! Allow humanitarian access to Tigray. Allow independent investigation in Tigray. Allow independent investigation in Tigray. Allow
Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the hunger! Stop the hunger! Stop the hunger! Stop the hunger!
The Ethiopian government is guilty of genocide!
The Ethiopian government is guilty of a genocide!
The Ethiopian government is guilty of genocide!
The Ethiopian government is guilty of a genocide!
The Ethiopian government is guilty of genocide!
The Ethiopian government is guilty of a genocide!
Abiy Ahmed is guilty of genocide!
Abiy Ahmed is guilty of a genocide!
Abiy Ahmed is guilty of genocide!
Abiy Ahmed is guilty of a genocide!
Genocide is happening in Tigray!
Genocide is happening in Tigray now!
And the Tigray government! Allow humanitarian access to Tigray!
Allow humanitarian access to Tigray!
Open all humanitarian corridors to Tigray!
Open all humanitarian corridors to Tigray!
Hold the Ethiopian government accountable!
Hold the Ethiopian government accountable!
The Ethiopian government is guilty of the
genocide.
Ethiopia is guilty of a genocide.
Ethiopia is guilty of a genocide.
Ethiopia is guilty of a genocide.
Turkey stop supplying weapons to Ethiopia.
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 NATO.
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 Break your silence
Break
now.
your silence now.
Break your silence now.
Break your silence now.
NATO.
NATO.
Take action against Turkey now.
Take action against Turkey now.
NATO.
NATO.
Take against Turkey now.
Take action against Turkey now.
Turkey is guilty of supplying drones to Ethiopia.
Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Turkey insult Ethiopia now.
Turkey hands up Ethiopia now.
Turkey insult Tigray now.
Turkey hands up Tigray now.
Turkey insult Tigray now.
Turkey hands up Tigray now.
Turkey.
برمات تقول لنا ما من فترة حقنا سلازين لعبنا بالجناي الشعب كرت عاود تقرأ عاود الشعب تقولنا تنقتلنا يغني لنا thank you for everybody
Tigray will prevail. Jagano. Today, Father,